Hey guys, I'm here with Dave Wendland from Hamacher Resource Group, and he speaks at a lot of our sessions for different categories, and one of them is pharmacy. And what we're going to talk about today is track and trace. So Dave, thank you for joining us. And can you talk a little bit, give a little overview of track and trace, and we'll get into some Q&A on it.
Absolutely. I'm excited about this topic, not because it is a sexy topic by any stretch. I spoke at the cosmetics show recently, and that, of course, is a very beautiful category. Mm-hmm. Pharmaceutical track and trace is a very, very serious topic, and it's something, Joe, that we need to be aware of in terms of making sure that a product that's being dispensed to a consumer, to a patient, isn't counterfeited, isn't adulterated, hasn't been disrupted in the supply chain. So going back several years, the FDA launched a law called the DSCSA, the Drug Supply Chain Security Act. And the Security Act basically said, we're going to make sure the manufacturers serialize product so we know that they're legitimate. Mm-hmm. The distributors of those products are going to make sure that they're keeping track of all the information about where that product came from. And now, by November 2020, every retail pharmacy in the country needs to have a means of looking upstream to say, yep, that product is indeed one that I can count on and legitimately dispense to Joe Tarnowski. Having said that, most of the emphasis on the supply chain software company has been on the manufacturer and the distributor side. Yeah. So we licensed a platform. It's actually a smart, artificial intelligence-based or rule-based engine that allows us to look upstream with a team of Hamacher auditors that says, yes, XYZ pharmacy, we've looked at the particular shipment that you're receiving and it looks like the pedigree is correct. Mm-hmm. If there's a red flag, we try to rectify and resolve that before the product hits the store or hits the pharmacy. So it's a unique opportunity for us. It's called Track and Trace Compliance Service, and we just launched it into the market after having spent about the last 6 years managing with our partner company the work on behalf of one of the nation's largest grocers.
Cool. Well, question about that. And I know this is extremely important because you're dealing with people's lives.
Absolutely.
It's not like, oh, I get the wrong color lipstick or something like that. This is, you get the wrong drug or something that's counterfeit, you could die. So how did people handle this before track and trace?
Track and trace in and of itself has been kind of a checkerboard out in the system, out in the marketplace. So certainly record keeping has been kept, but the record keeping has been paper-based. Okay. It has been in the moment rather than a historical look. So part of the law requires a 6-year repository to be kept so that if ever there's a question about lot number, if ever there's a question about legitimacy of supply chain, a retail pharmacy needs to, within 48 hours, be able to say exactly when they received the product and where they received it from. That's part of what our software platform provides. It's the intelligence front end of this artificial intelligence. It's the receipt and processing of every single advanced ship notice or transaction that's occurring, and then it's a 6-year repository.
Okay. What do you think, looking into the future, what do you think of applications of blockchain to this process?
I think that the blockchain, this lends itself nicely to blockchain, Joe. It's a great question. Right now, the FDA has not required any of this to be run on blockchain. And because of the speed of implementation and certainly the complexity, there's some concerns early on about waiting until blockchain has all of the right elements in it. So ours is not a blockchain solution today. It is set up to become blockchain when the FDA feels that the timing is right for that.
Gotcha. And I know Walmart is doing some stuff with blockchain pilot on the food side.
Correct.
To open up transparency into the supply chain.
And it is the supply chain is a delicate balance, and whether it is food sourcing, and my goodness, nearly a day doesn't go by when you don't open up the newspaper and read something about a vegetable or a fruit that's been adulterated or has some type of carcinogen in it. Now the recall of all the blood pressure medications, certainly something that's a big concern back to those manufacturing factories. We don't want to see that. We don't want to be put into a situation where we have to scramble to find a solution. So I think Walmart's direction with their produce is certainly one great example of where blockchain is being applied. I think on the track and trace side, our AI solution is probably the most robust application that I have seen out there.
Excellent. All right, well, again, if you'd like more information, you can contact Dave directly via his email, which we'll have in the post. And the Hamacher website is
Hamacher.com. Simple.
All right. Simple enough. Thanks again for joining us.
Absolutely, Joe. Thank you.
Right.